It's crucial to pay attention to any red flags that can point to possible issues in a relationship. While red flags are frequently mentioned, there are also yellow signs that must not be disregarded. Yellow flags are more subdued alarm signals that could allude to deeper problems. Recognizing and addressing these relationship red flags is equally important if you want to keep a long-lasting, happy relationship. Continue reading to learn what yellow flags are, how to spot them in a relationship, how to identify your own yellow flags, and how to deal with them successfully. In a relationship, the term yellow flag refers to warning signs that point to possible issues. Yellow flags are more subdued and are more likely to be disregarded than red flags, which are blatant and unmistakable warning indications of peril. They act as early indicators that something might be wrong and needs attention. Although yellow flags in a relationship may not always signal serious problems, they can reveal underlying tensions, discord, or unhealthy relationships. Early detection and intervention can help keep these red flags from developing into more serious issues. Use these relationship red flags as a guide as you stroll through the world of relationships. This will make it easier for you to recognize warning signs so you can look after your heart and make wise decisions. A healthy relationship is built on open communication. This study also demonstrates how relationship pleasure is influenced by communication. It could be a red flag if there is a lack of honest communication, there are plenty of misunderstandings, or crucial topics are avoided. Early resolution of communication problems can prevent them from adding to the tension. An effective connection requires mutual respect. It talks on the value of respect as a necessary component of an enduring and satisfying relationship. Mutual respect is the foundation of healthy relationships, thus dealing with disrespectful behavior is essential. When a spouse engages in controlling conduct, a red signal appears. This can involve controlling your decisions, closely observing your every move, or isolating you from your loved ones. A healthy relationship depends on you retaining your independence and dealing with your difficulties with control. A red indicator might be if your partner consistently shies away from emotional connection, comes off as cold, or shows no sign of emotional support. It looks at how lack of emotional availability might prevent relationships from managing emotions effectively. Both partners must be open and emotionally available for a relationship to be successful. Any relationship will inevitably have conflict, but unresolved conflicts can cause issues. It's a red warning if you and your partner routinely ignore problems, avoid talking about them, or refuse to find solutions. Openly discussing disagreements and coming to constructive conclusions are crucial for relationship development. The basis of a solid relationship is trust. A red sign might be the absence of trust, persistent skepticism, or a refusal to be honest. Open communication, honesty, and a pattern of trustworthy behavior are necessary for trust to be rebuilt. Conflicting values and objectives can sour a relationship, even when differences can enrich it. It's a red warning if you and your partner have radically dissimilar values, goals, or objectives. Understanding these disparities requires having an open discourse and finding a compromise. Supporting one another's goals, aspirations, and struggles is a necessary component of a healthy partnership. One of the red flags in a relationship is if your partner frequently fails to encourage you, minimizes your achievements, or exhibits a lack of empathy. It is essential to promote open communication and communicate your desire for help. In a relationship, consistency is essential, and this holds true for displays of affection. It's a red warning if your partner expresses affection inconsistently, with intervals of emotional remoteness or apathy. Establishing a more solid and satisfying emotional connection might be facilitated by talking about your emotional requirements and expectations. Learn to see potential red flags and take sensible decisions for a better, more fulfilling love life. Spend some time thinking back on your previous relationships to spot any recurring patterns or bad habits. Search for recurring themes or circumstances that have led to unease or discontent. These tendencies in a partnership can act as red flags for possible future relationships. Trust your gut and pay attention to any uncomfortable feelings you may have while speaking with a potential companion. Often, you can use your instincts to spot unassuming cues that might raise a red alert. Pay attention to your gut instincts and investigate them further. They could provide insightful commentary or point up red signs that you might have overlooked. Assess the degree to which your values, objectives, interests, and lifestyles align with that of your partner. Examine whether your long-term goals and core beliefs are in line or if there are substantial differences that might present difficulties. Check in with yourself frequently to gauge how you're feeling emotionally in the relationship. Are you consistently content, respected, and happy? Are there any persistent problems or questions that keep coming up? You can recognize red flags and handle them quickly by using these self-evaluations. Discover practical methods for dealing with yellow flags in your partner. This insightful manual provides helpful guidance on dealing with potential red flags, encouraging honest communication, and making wise decisions in order to cultivate a stronger relationship. Determine whether your partner is prepared to confront the red signal. Check to see whether they genuinely want to acknowledge and address the problem. Their amount of dedication and effort to enacting constructive change may be a sign that they are willing to put the well-being of the partnership first. Think about how the yellow flag will affect other aspects of your life. Determine whether the problem is specific to the relationship or whether it has wider effects on your emotional health, self-esteem, or other significant areas of your life. You can judge the relevance of the yellow flag and any potential long-term impacts by using this evaluation. Consider consulting a relationship counselor or therapist if the yellow signal continues or worsens despite your efforts to address it. A professional can offer objective advice, enable fruitful discussions, and suggest approaches to deal with the difficulties the yellow flag presents. Yellow flags should not be discounted or ignored in the mistaken belief that they would go away on their own. By permitting such behavior to continue without punishment, you run the risk of normalizing negative relationship dynamics. Establish firm limits and hold yourself and your partner responsible for preserving a positive and respectful relationship. Encourage your partner's and your own personal growth. By encouraging self-awareness, emotional maturity, and a willingness to work on relationship problems, cultivating a supportive and growth-oriented environment can assist in addressing yellow flags. Ensure that a foundation of respect and trust is established. Give open and honest communication, attentive listening, and comprehension top priority. You build a strong foundation for dealing with and overcoming relationship red flags by encouraging trust and respect inside the relationship. Be clear in expressing your emotional requirements and expectations. Express your needs in the relationship and the behaviors or activities that are significant to you in clear terms. This enables your partner to appreciate your viewpoint and try to accommodate your demands, possibly addressing the red flag. Think about how the relationship's favorable and unfavorable features are balanced. Determine whether the presence of yellow flags has a substantial impact on your level of fulfillment and general happiness. A poisonous dynamic or a buildup of yellow flags may signal a fundamental incompatibility and call for a re-evaluation. Keep in mind that every relationship is different, and different strategies may be used to address yellow flags. It takes self-reflection, instinctual listening, feedback seeking, and regular self-checks to identify your own yellow flags. Understanding your own needs, routines, and limits will help you spot red lights in your relationships and deal with them more effectively. You can build a stronger and more satisfying relationship based on mutual understanding, respect, and active attention to red flags and healthy resolves. Although yellow flags are not necessarily harmful, they act as warning signs in a relationship. They point out possible trouble spots or points of contention that demand dialogue. Early detection of yellow flags can stop them from developing into more serious problems. By addressing red flags, a relationship can mature, become more mutually understood, and become healthier and stronger. Yellow flags can be ignored or disregarded, which can cause the underlying difficulties to get worse over time and result in more serious concerns in the relationship. To keep yellow flags from turning into red flags that can be more difficult to overcome, it's essential to address them right away. Do yellow flags fall within the category of pet peeves? No, pet peeves and yellow flags are not the same thing. Pet peeves are personal irritations or preferences that might not significantly affect the state of a relationship overall. Yellow flags, on the other hand, serve as cautionary indicators of possible problems or disputes that can jeopardize the stability and health of the partnership. Flags that are yellow demand extra consideration and action. Knowing what a yellow flag means and paying attention to it in a relationship are vital in any kind of relationship because they are covert warning indicators of possible issues. Yellow flags should not be disregarded even though they might not be as obvious as red flags. The key to navigating relationship red signals is to set boundaries, seek relationship counseling if necessary, and put your own needs first. Yellow flags should be regarded seriously even though they are not intrinsically negative. They might develop into more serious problems if not addressed. Keep in mind that every relationship is different, and there may be several ways to handle yellow signals. Trust your gut. Put honesty first when communicating with others, and be prepared to make tough choices if they will improve your well-being. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.